What's up, everybody? This is Corey, Mission Side Hustle, and as you know, I am on a mission to grow $500 to $1 million. Today, we're doing the absolute unthinkable, and we're gonna go ahead and flip the Tundra. I know I talked a lot about how much I love that truck, and I do love that truck, but we are getting more into the junk hauling and removal business, and we need something with a little bit more power. So we're gonna go ahead and flip the Tundra this episode and pick up a new truck to help us get further along with our plans here in the future. Now, before we move on, guys, do me a huge favor, go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you hadn't already, and click that bell for notifications to be on this journey all the way to $1 million with me. And as a reminder, the current channel net worth is $12,218. Let's go. All right, Tucker. All right, guys, so I'm heading to the Publix right across the street now to sell the Tundra. And even as I say these words, I still, even now, feel conflicted about doing this. I really don't want to sell the truck. I really like this truck a lot. It's a great truck. The miles are low, the price is right, all these things. But even still, I've learned more about junk removal and just different things since starting that is making this happen. And I'm selling it for the right price too, for what it's worth. So I can't ignore that fact that we are gonna make some money selling this thing. So let's go ahead, head over there, and secretly I kind of hope he backs out a little bit because I do like it. I don't want to sell it, but I do know that I need to get a V8. That's the reality for what we're doing here. I need a V8, maybe a diesel, but just talking price point, probably a V8. So let's go ahead, head over here now, and see if we sell this thing. Let's go. I need to clean this thing out anyway. This is a lot of crap. One more ride. All right, y'all, so before we go and sell this thing, I just wanted to give a little backstory on how I came to this conclusion and what I was thinking when I initially got this truck, and you know, why I've kind of decided that maybe it's not what I need to go forward. So originally when I bought the Tundra, furniture flipping was the only side hustle we had going on at that time, and we're still doing it. But the thing I really wanted to get into was there's an auction house I used to go to when I lived in Orlando that I really want to start going back to. But Orlando's 2 hours away from here. And to me, that's why this truck really stuck out, is it was low miles. I felt like I could get there and back really reliably, you know, towing a trailer or whatever. It just came down to, like, once I have this truck and trailer, like 4 hours round trip of just the driving, not even the auction, it's just too much time for me to invest on the weekends, like when my kids are out of school and stuff. So one day I would like to go there, but it's not something that I can continuously go to as I'd kind of thought of doing before when I went to buy this truck. You know, I hadn't really considered that, and you know, I love doing Mission Side Hustle. This is a huge priority for me, doing this channel and taking this journey on. But at the end of the day, like, I can't sacrifice the time that I have with, you know, with my kids on the weekends to go do that stuff. I still hustle on the weekends, but I can't dedicate that much time to it. That's what really drove me to buy the Tundra in the first place. But now we're doing the junk hauling, and that's something I really want to continue to make a priority. And I can't do that long term with a V6 truck. If I want to get a dump trailer, which I do, because I don't really want to always load and unload by hand. If I want to get a dump trailer, I'm eventually going to need something that's a bit more heavy duty, V8 with a higher towing capacity. So the Tundra, I love this truck, seriously. I don't really want to sell it, but I do have to understand when it is no longer a fit for the direction we're heading. So that's what brings me to this moment right now. And I actually will be okay if this guy backs out and does not buy it. I'll just probably hold on to it a little bit longer. But I did make an agreement with myself. I said, hey, I'm just gonna put it online for a significant amount more money than I bought it for. And if I can flip it, then I have no choice but to go ahead and flip it and then get a truck that's a better fit for the direction we're going. So let's go ahead. We're gonna meet this guy here in just a few minutes. I think he's gonna be arriving, and we'll see if this deal happens or not. So let's go. I tell you guys, I'm a nice guy getting this thing cleaned up for him. Oh yeah, let's go! So I feel like that was actually a pretty good $10 to spend. It's not a lot, look. See, $10, not a lot of money. And this thing was getting a little dirty anyway, so I wanted to go ahead and clean it up real nice for him. So I'm gonna vacuum this thing out. It's got a lot of dirt in it because, I don't know, I do a lot of stuff. I guess it's dirty. So I'm gonna vacuum it out, and then I guess we'll go meet him. So let's do that. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a pretty clean person until it comes time to clean my car, and ugh, just embarrassing. Sorry, I don't know. All right, he's running a little behind, so I'm just gonna hang out at my house for a little bit until he gets in here. He's driving all the way from Orlando. It's like I said, it's like 2 hours, so he's definitely, well, not definitely, he's most likely gonna buy this thing, but I definitely need to get a new truck right away. You guys can see my trailer has still got a bunch of junk in it that I have to take to the dump, but I'm not gonna be able to do that until I have a new truck. So hopefully this one sells and we got enough money to buy a new one. All right, the guy told me he just got here, so I'm gonna hop in the truck, drive right over, and we'll see what happens here. All right, guys, the deal is all but finished. They went ahead and gave me a $500 deposit today because he didn't have all the cash today. They're gonna get it in a couple days and then come back over here and wrap this thing up for sure. But man, I know I say this like all the time when I deal with people because I don't know, maybe I get along with most people, so it's easy for me to say, oh, they're a nice person, but they are really nice. So I've given them the special really distinction this time. Very, very nice people. I'm happy that they're gonna get the truck because it actually turns out they're going to be doing some furniture flipping too. So that is just like full circle, and I love it. You know, I love to hear it. So at any rate, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. But this does help me a little bit because it buys me a little time to find that new truck that we're looking for. And I am very sad to see this one go, but we do need to move into a V8 or a diesel. So it's time to start looking. Let's go. All right, guys, it is about that time. It's been a couple days since I met with that guy earlier and got the deposit for the truck here. And now I'm about to meet him. I don't know if you guys probably can't see it. There's a Chase Bank right over there. I'm gonna meet him at the Chase Bank, go ahead and sell this truck. And then I've actually got a new truck lined up today. The only problem is it's 2 hours away. And I'm about to not have a vehicle. So we're about to do a marathon Uber to get down there. So anyway, let's head over there, sell the truck, get paid, and then go buy a new one. Let's go. All right, everybody, so we just got back from selling the Tundra, and I gotta say, I'm really happy with the way that sale went. The guy was super nice, and he was really happy to get the truck. It's a really great running truck. He's gonna use it just for some small, like, hauling stuff for the truck bed, so it really was a good fit for him. Just like I thought it was gonna be a good fit for me, but now we are going to get the truck that I think is really what we need based on what we're doing and what we're wanting to do moving forward here. So we went ahead and sold that thing for $6,800. Again, we bought it for $6,100, so we made a $700 profit on the flip. That said, we did have to register it, and the registration was $500. So when it's all said and done, we really only made like $200 on that flip. But that wasn't really the reason for selling it. It was to actually get into a vehicle that's more appropriate for what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do now is call this Uber. It's a 2-hour Uber drive to get down to where we're going. I feel okay doing this. I really vetted this guy and his vehicle yesterday for quite a while. He's the business owner. I typically do trust people that have reputable businesses just because they got a lot of skin in the game. They got a lot on the line. Probably so much on the line, he wouldn't want to risk it selling me a lemon just to make a quick buck. So I feel okay heading down here to go ahead and wrap up this deal and get this truck. Let's just hope nothing bad happens. So let's go ahead and take our money, call the Uber, get down there, and get a new truck. Let's go. All right, we have got someone coming. Maybe in 18 minutes. And it's I don't know if you guys can see, $145 for this ride with Thomas in a blue Ford Explorer. Me and Thomas are about to be best friends. I'm actually really looking forward to this drive because I'm going to spend the entire 2 hours answering Instagram DMs and YouTube comments. So He's pulling up now. Let's get in the ride, let's go. Here comes Thomas, my new best friend. Hey Thomas.
Hey Corey.
How's it going, man?
Oh, wonderful. Going out of Fort Myers?
Yeah. All right guys, so we made it all the way down here to Fort Myers and meeting this guy in the Publix parking lot to get this 250. This is a little sketchy, I'm not gonna lie, because there's no turning back at this point. So let's go ahead and walk over here. I've got cash in hand. Just sold the Tundra this morning and hopefully gonna pick up this truck now and get a ride home. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? I'm Corey.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you as well. Good, how are you doing?
Good, good.
Sorry, I got all this.
Town car.
Sure.
But it's a good running truck with cold air.
Well, let me pay you up and be on your way then. All right, guys, there we go. Oh my God, we bought this 250 and it looks pretty good. I mean, it actually looks about as good as I expected it to. Now's the real moment of truth though, which is when we have to actually drive this thing home. And that's gonna be where we find out if this is a good idea or a bad idea. So let's go ahead and hop inside. I don't want to waste any time. Let's get on the road. Let's get it home. Let's go. Yeah, I gotta pull into Wawa here real fast and just get some fuel before we hit the road. Some fuel. You thought I meant gas. No, I meant Jocko fuel, see? I meant Jocko fuel. See, it makes a lot more sense now, right? We got plenty of gas, we didn't have any fuel. All right, I'm done messing around. Let's get out of here. All right, guys, so we're making this drive back, and I just want to take a second to sort of explain why I did all this. I did not set out to flip the Tundra. I bought the Tundra with a very specific purpose in mind, which was to go to auctions that were further away, 2 hours away from my house, and have a reliable transportation to do that, and then 2 hours back. Turns out, I don't want to do that. I have the trailer that I bought. Like I like to go about 60 miles per hour, 65 tops, and to go 2 hours distance with a trailer behind, we're just talking, and then load it on the way back. Like it just would take far too long to do that consistently. And really, the Tundra was not going to last for me for junk hauling long term. We need to have something that can pull some more weight, which is why we got this 250 right here. And I gotta say, I'm about an hour into the drive here and I really am happy with it. I'm always nervous, very, very, very nervous when I buy something used, how it's gonna drive at first, because you just don't know if people are gonna pull a fast one on you. And the reality is, like, I'm a pretty trusting person, all in all. I try to be really honest with people too. So in turn, I kind of take people for their word a lot of time, and that's great. But it also leaves people like that very vulnerable to believe in people at the wrong time. So at any rate, this guy seems to be a pretty trustworthy guy. The truck runs smooth, haven't had any issues. Gave it to me with a full tank of gas, which was super nice because this is a lot of gas it takes this thing. I mean, this is just a really good truck so far. No problems, about an hour in. So we're gonna keep it going. But I'm gonna spill the beans, just tell you guys what my plans are. Now that I have the truck, my plan is to go harder with the junk removal now that we have the right infrastructure in place, and then eventually get a dump trailer. That's gonna be like the really big key that I want. I just want a reliable truck, but the dump trailer sounds like that's what's really key, to have one of those businesses that are pretty successful, and you can do different types of jobs and you can do them a lot faster once you have a dump trailer. So that is what we're working toward, and that's why we got this truck to begin with. So let's go ahead and take it back. The good news is, I don't even know if I said the price that I bought it for. I bought this truck here for $5,400, which means I bought it for $1,400 less than I sold the Tundra for. So we're gonna come out ahead good with some extra cash here in the pocket. We still got to register. That's going to cost a good amount of money, but we're going to come out ahead for sure by going from the Tundra to this. And at the end of the day, I do think the Tundra, frankly, is a better truck. It is a better truck than this, it just serves a purpose that I don't need at this point going forward, and this does serve a purpose that we do need here at the present time. So at any rate, let's go ahead, wrap up this drive, get it home, get it registered, and start pressing the junk removal business even harder now that we got all the right tools. So let's do that, and I'll catch up with you guys here in just a bit. Let's go. All right, guys, but we did make it back, and I gotta say, it was a full day getting this thing, getting the truck sold, getting home, all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. But all in all, man, very happy with the way things have gone. The Tundra helped get to this point. We flipped the Tundra for a teeny little bit of profit once we consider the fact we had to pay taxes on it before. So it was a flip. It never was intended to be a flip, but we made a little bit of money on it. And then we got into a truck here that I think is gonna carry us forward even into the next step, whatever that may be. So at any rate, let's go ahead and call it a day, and I'll catch back up with you guys here just a little bit. All right, guys, there you have it. We got the new ride behind me here, and I just gotta say, I love this thing. It is so nice to have. It rides real smooth. It pulls the trailer really well. Just all around, it's a much better fit for what we're gonna be doing here. So it's a great ride. I feel very happy with it. Now, as we dive into the finances this episode, I do gotta say, we have a lot of expenses that came out of here. Some stuff pertaining to the truck, and some stuff just for the business in general, like our storage unit. So I'm gonna go ahead and list all the expenses that we had here this episode so you guys can see them. But you guys will notice, one thing of note, the truck insurance this first month is only $45 for the first month. Going forward, it's around $100. So we had a total expenses of $949. Quite a bit of money coming out. We did make one sale this episode. Didn't really get it on camera a whole lot for the episode, but I sold one of those rugs from one of our last auction hauls only for 70 bucks, so not a huge profit, but every little bit does count. So when you take all the expenses this episode, plus our teeny little bit of sales, subtract everything and do all the math, we have a new channel net worth of $12,014. We did drop a little bit, but because we had so many expenses, that was to be expected. At any rate, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.